Good morning, everyone. Hello. Monday morning. Let's do this. Today we're going to do a mix of yoga and Pilates. I'm just going to mix everything up today. As usual, we're going to try to do all levels. So we'll start off with a short meditation just to get our mindset in the right place, and then we'll begin our practice. So have yourself seated. Cross your legs, kneel, sit on a block or bolster, however you're comfortable here. We want to try to ground the sits bones onto the mat. Just rest the tops of the hands on the knees and roll those shoulders back and down, around, away from the ears. Allow the palms to just rest facing up on the knees. Connect the index and thumb, Shana Mudra. Lengthen the back of the neck. Lengthen the spine, reach the crown of the head towards the ceiling, tuck the chin in. Close the eyes if you wish. Let's try to get our focus here. So just let everything go. Try to connect to that inner being, that inner voice. Listen to your breath. Notice your breath. Listen to that inner voice and notice what it's saying or how you're feeling this morning. We want to try to get rid of all that stress and all that worry and all that pain and fear, because those things are conducive to keeping our immunity up, which is what we want to do these days. Exercise, eating right, staying positive, staying motivated, staying happy. All of these things, very important. So be grateful, remember those things that do make you happy. Start to lengthen through that breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Control, ujjayi, yogic breath. Lengthening and deepening the inhales and the exhales. Evening them out, and sending that breath down into the belly. Allowing that belly to expand on the inhale, contract up and in on the exhale. And then connecting that exhale with the bandhas, the pelvic floor, the ab muscles, contracting, squeezing internally on that exhale, and bringing all that energy up and out on the exhale. Just establish this breath pattern, establish this calm, this rhythm, and we'll try to keep this calm and this rhythm as we practice through our physical movements. But always remember that yoga is both physical and mental, it's mind, body. So we need both of these things to really connect and to really get the full benefits of our yoga practice. Slowly open the eyes if they were closed. Bring the right hand beside the right hip and reach that left arm up and over, stretching and reaching through that side body. Bring it back to the center, reach up. Nice big stretch. Waking up all those muscles. Inhale, bring it back. Right hand behind the spine, left hand on the right knee. Tall spine, look back over that right shoulder and twist. Inhale it through the center and over to the other side, so twist. Stretch. Use the energy of the arms here to really bring out that spine and then bring it forward, walking those hands. You can use, if you do have blocks or any props, always have them handy when you start your workout. Sometimes I know what we're going to use, sometimes I don't. So I might say, have a band or something halfway through, just want to have it close by. And then walk those hands back to the center, over to the other side. So if you can't get down very low, a block here is helpful. Yoga blocks when you're practicing your yoga is always helpful to have in your body. If you want. Come back to the center. Let's walk those hands back towards the body, unwrap the legs, and we'll come into a tabletop. With the knees underneath the hips and the wrists underneath the shoulders. A nice tabletop that belly up and in. Inhale, relax the shoulders as you stretch upward. And then exhale, flex your spine. Tuck your tailbone between your legs. Look towards that pubic bone. One more time, inhale, bring it up. Make sure those shoulders are relaxed. A slight bend in the elbows there helps that. Tuck that chin in, grab the spine, contract the abs. Inhale here. On the exhalation, let's extend the right arm and the left leg. Reach it out. Square off the hips, connect to your core. Inhale, bring it down. Switch the other way, up. Reach through. Inhale, bring it down. One more time each side. Really try to connect to your bandhas here, your core muscles. So we're mixing Pilates and yoga today. You'll probably notice me changing my breath from yogic breath to Pilates breath. If that works for you, do so. If not, just breathe. That's the most important part. Tuck those toes under. Contract your abs. Press through the mat. Lift and hover those knees. Hold for one. We're about 3 to 6 inches away from the mat. One more breath. Pull that core up. Inhale, lower those knees down. We're going to do that 3 times. So lift and hover. You should immediately feel your core muscles have to fire here. Hold. Stay with that breath. Yoga or Pilates breath. One more. Inhale, lower. You'll probably feel your quads start to fire too. They're starting to warm up. One more time, holding here. 1, 2, and 3. This time, step back to a plank. Hold here. And then step back to your hover. Hold here. Step back to your plank. Watch that lower back. Remember, take breaks whenever you need to. Back in one more time. Out, and out, and in, and in. And now shift that weight back. Might have to widen your legs a little bit more. Settle into your first downward facing dog. So explore this pose here. You can pedal out the legs, stretching through the calf muscles here. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Push the weight, the energy back through your heels. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. And then we're going to look forward, bend those knees, step hop, or jump yourself to the top of your mat. Lengthen your spine, stretch up. Maybe press the hands onto the shins. On your exhale, you fold down, Uttanasana, and then open your arms, come all the way up. Reach, lift, and stretch. And then bring those hands down through your heart center and down by your side to rest. Let's take a few vinyasas. We're going to warm our bodies up a little bit. So a little bit chilly outside. Let's bring some heat and warm everything up. Inhale, bring those arms up. On your exhale, fold down, hinge at the waist. Inhale, stretch and lengthen the spine. Exhale, bring your hands down, bend your knees if you need to. Step back, you don't have to jump into your plank. From here, drop your knees maybe, or come high on the toes. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Relax those shoulders, stretch your first time, be gentle. Use your core muscles, push back. Find your downward dog again here. And hold. Bend through the knees, we hover. And we stretch. Keep the weight pushed back, hover down. And stretch. One more, hover down. And stretch. Draw those heels a little bit closer. This time lift the right leg up. Pull that left heel down, stretch. And then as we drop that right leg, we're going to come back to our hover. Kick the left leg up, stretch. And then back down to that hover. Lift. Up. Down. Up. down. One more each side. Lift, bend, lift, and bend. Stretch it back. Look forward, bend the knees. Step hop or walk yourself to the top of your mat. Lengthen your spine on that inhale. Exhale, we fold it down. And then open those arms, come all the way up. Tall spine, stretch. Bring those hands down through your heart. Bring it down by your side. Stay with your breath here. Inhale. Fold on the exhale. Lengthen through, stretch. Get those hands flat on the floor. Remember, you don't have to jump, step, hop, or walk back. Find that plank. High on the toes. Chaturanga. Stretch it up. Push back. Now to modify this, you're just going to come forward and back from plank to downward dog. To make it a little bit harder, we come forward to plank, but as we push back to downward dog, we take that left hand, we reach it to the outside edge of the right. Come forward, and reach the right to the left. Alternate. Plank, bring it back. Plank, twist. Plank, and twist. Plank, twist, and plank, twist. Bring it back to plank. Hold it here for 3, 2. You can stay here. Little tiny micro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Push back, downward facing dog. And then lift that right leg up one more time. Look forward, step into a lunge. Hold this. Just stretch those legs first. Bring all that weight forward. If you have blocks, if you can't reach the ground, blocks here are helpful underneath the hands. You can always drop that left knee. We're going to lift up. Stay in that lunge. Hold here. We're going to grab the left wrist. Stretch over to the right side. Bring it back up. And then straighten both legs. Fold over to stretch the hamstring. So if you can't get both legs straight, move your legs a little bit closer together. Shift your right hip back. Contract the bundles, don't let the belly just hang out. And fold as deep as you like here to feel that stretch in that right hamstring. Breathe. We're going to bend through that right knee, get the hands flat on the floor, step it back, stay here or come through a vinyasa. Down, stretch, and push it back. And then we're going to lift that left leg up, stretch first, look forward, big step into that lunge. So we stay here first, we just push forward. Square off those hips. Feel that stretch. You might feel a little bit more in the right hip flexor. You might feel more in the left hip. There's no right or wrong there. And then bring it up. Find that lunge. This time we grab the right wrist. We twist to the left. Pull. Bring it back all the way. And now straighten both legs. Fold it over. You can always bring those legs closer together. Shift that left hip back a little bit to get more of a stretch. Stay with your breath. And then bend through, get the hands flat on the floor, step it back. Your choice here to cycle through a vinyasa. You can leave it out. And then push back to down dog. We're going to look forward, come to seated. Bend those knees. Bring it forward, roll yourself down. Extend the arms and legs out. If you have weights, you might need your weights to help you lift up all the way. Pilates roll up, starting to get into the abs a little bit here, a little bit more. Reach forward. If you can get all the way up, we can take you to a full Paschimottanasana, full forward fold here, because we're mixing Pilates and yoga together today. We can mix the moves. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, forward. Use those core muscles. Don't use momentum, so don't swing yourself up. You shouldn't be coming up quickly. I like to always use the analogy of imagine that you're moving through water, like a very shallow little pool of water, and you don't want to make a splash in your imaginary water. So if you move fast, up or down, you're going to make that water ripple. We want to make it nice and smooth so that that imaginary water doesn't even move. One more. All the way up if you can. If you can't get all the way up, you come up to the point that you can get up to, and you hold there for 3 breaths. So we're coming all the way down, one vertebrae at a time, and staying down. So roll it. And now let's bend those knees. So we're moving to Pilates here. So we're going to go into our Pilates imprint, which is where the lower back presses down onto the mat. We're contracting those bandhas, those deep pelvic floor muscles. Same thing. On the exhale, we contract it. Just make sure that there's no space between your lower back and the mat. That's the most important thing here. And we're going to add a crunch. We're going to lift up, bring the right leg up, and lower. So again, you can use your Pilates breath or your yoga breath. Automatically, I just naturally switch to Pilates breath, which is breathing in through the nose and out through the pursed lips. When we come up into that crunch, we want to hold for that full exhalation and then inhale, lower down. Crunch, lift, hold, and slowly lower. Keep going like this. Keep the elbows wide. Look towards the knees. Make sure the back doesn't lift. It doesn't pop up when you drop your leg down. It stays lifted. Gazes towards the knees to keep that head and neck in a neutral position. Inhale as we lower. Let's do a few more. We're going to start adding some pulses into the mix. So we're going to stay on one side. Pulse. 1, 2, 3. Lower the head. Tap the toe. Don't rest it. It comes right back up. 1, 2, 3. Lower. Slowly down. Just for a half a second. Crunch. 2, 3. Head down. Toe tap. Head down. Toe tap. 2 more. 1, 2, 3. Bring it down. And lift it. 1, 2, 3. All the way down. This time we move to the other leg. Sets of 3. Up. 2, 3. Drop the toe, but don't rest it. 1, 2, 3. Nice and slow. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale as you drop. Last 2 on this side. 1 more here. Keep the leg lifted. Lower the head.
We're going to come into a Pilates bridge, so don't get it confused with yoga bridge. We don't want a big arch, a huge lift. We want the opposite. So you're going to come up from that imprint, the back flat, just lift the hips up, only about a fist distance away. So you're keeping that back flex. And we're going to lift up and extend, bring it back. Hips up to the ceiling, down. Up an inch, down an inch. Up an inch, down an inch. Keep the core tight, point through the toe. 2 more. Up, extend, down. Up, extend, down. Bring the leg up 90 degrees. Keep the hips still, flex and lower, point and lift. So we're lifted here. This glute, doing lots of work. Core needs to stay tight so we don't feel that back doing the work. Flex and lower to 45 degrees, point and lift. Nice and slow. Lift. 3, 2, last one here. Bend that knee, pulse it up. 2, 3, crunch. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay lifted. Toe tap down and lift. It doesn't have to touch all the way. Just 5 of these. Nice and slow. One more. Keep the leg lifted. Lower those hips. You're back in your imprint. You're going to crunch up and we're going to lower. Down and up. So the toe tap with the head lifted. Down and up. Keep those shoulders up. And pulse 10. Crunch. 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Head down, toe down, other leg. We lift up in our bridge. So come up, extend and lift, bring it back. Extend and lift, and in. 8 more. Push and drop. We go up an inch, down an inch. Lower, don't drop the hips all the way. Last one, stay here. Lift, flex and lower, point and lift. Control that leg. Keep the hips lifted. Still. Use your lower abs to control your leg. Stay with your breath. This is 7. 2 more. 9. Lift it up. Last one. Bring it here up. 10. Up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to keep those hips lifted for the toe tap. Down with your hips lifted first. 5 with the hips down. 5 with the chest lifted. 3, should feel your supportive glute. 2, and last one. Keep that leg lifted. Lower your hips down into your imprint. Crunch up. You can always do this with your head down as well. Lower and left. One more. We're going to pulse it up, lift. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower the head. Bring the other leg up. So both legs up to tabletop, back completely flat, core connected. Crunch it up. Lower. Look towards the knees. Always support that head and neck. If you feel tension in your neck when you come up to these crunches, there's no reason to feel that. You can always just support your head like I am. 2 more. Then we're going to go to those little pulses of 3. And come up. 1, 2, 3. Inhale down. Crunch. 1, 2, 3. And lower. And lower. 1 more. 1, 2, 3. Keep the head down. Toe tap now with both legs. So alternate. Nice and slow. Keep your back flat. Down slow. Inhale. Up slow. Down slow. Down with the toe. Lift it up. So this is lower ab work here. Shoulders stay relaxed. You're only going to drop that toe down as low as you can keep your back completely flat. So if it lifts all the way too far, doesn't have to touch down all the way. We're going to add on to this. Now you can choose to have your head down when you do the toe tap or stay up the whole time. Crunch, 2, 3. Toe tap right leg. Lift it back up. Crunch, 1, 2, 3. Toe tap with the left. Down and up. Pulse, 1, 2, 3. Toe down. And lift. Crunch. Lift. Lift. 1 more each side like that. Pulse, 1, 2, and 3. Toe tap down. Lift it up. Crunch, 1, 2, 3. Toe tap down. Lift it back. And we're going to pulse for 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Come up to Navasana. Up. Hold here if you need to. Hold. Let's cross those legs. Come back to downward facing dog. Stretch it here. And then look forward, bend the knees. Come to the top of the mat, straighten and stretch. Fold on that exhalation. Open the arms, come all the way up to tall stand. Bringing those hands down through heart center, down by your side. Let's take it now into Utkatasana, into chair pose. Big toes touching, knees touching. Sit back into that chair, contract your abs in. Hold it here. You can stay right here. I'm going to take the hands into heart center. Twist to the right. Try to get the elbow on the outside edge. Sink as low as you can. Twist that chest and open it up to the right. So from here, you can stay right here. Or step back with that left leg into our twist. Hold. We're going to take this back into our chair. Come back. Bring it into the center. Twist the other way now. Hold it here. You can stay right here if that's enough for you. Or step back into that lunge. Stay in your twist. Holding here. And then step it back. Bring yourself back to the center. You can stay here. Maybe lift those heels up. Sink a little deeper and little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Straighten, stretch it down. Drop the heels. Inhale halfway up. Weight into those hands. Step back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Stretch the spine. Pull it back to downward facing dog. Feet should be at your hip width apart. Turn your feet to the right. So your feet are going to stay to the right. You're going to drop down. Don't bend your elbows. Drop your hip Keep your feet twisted as you lift back up into that twisted downward dog. Working through that left oblique. Drop the hip down. Lift and stretch it up. Drop it down. And lift. Remember, don't bend the elbows. The lower you drop your hip, the harder it'll be. 2 more. Down. Stretch. 1 more. Lift it back. Turn the feet over to the left side. They stay turned as we drop that hip down. You're going to exhale and lift it back. Drop down. Stretch it back. Working through the arms here too. Lower. And lift. Stay with that breath. Two more here. One more. Down. Bring it back. Reset those feet. Lift the right leg up. Stretch it here. Look forward. Step that right foot forward. Turn the left toes open. We're going to bring it into warrior two. And I'll turn around so it's easier for you to see. Heels in alignment, knee on top of the ankle. Gazes forward, tuck your tailbone under. Hold that warrior. Stretch, inhale, reach it back. And then bring it over, elbow on the knee. Bring the arms up, straighten the legs, reach forward, triangle. Trikonasana. Keep both legs straight here. You can look down or up at the thumb. We're going to go back into that warrior two. Sink back to warrior two. Straighten to triangle. Back to warrior. Inhale it up. One more. And then from here, I'm going to bring the hands down, bend in, lift up. So this is the half moon pose, which usually we would do balance, but we're going to go back and forth between warrior and half moon. So stretch here, bring it back, swing back into that warrior. Hands down, it's like you're kind of trying to do a cartwheel. Bring it back, bring it down, lift, bring it back, up, one more, up, this time, come forward, lift it up here, cross and stretch, cross and stretch. You can use blocks here or bend your supportive knee. If you can't get your hands down, we're working through the glutes and hamstrings here. Point through your toe. Keep your core nice and tight. Two more, up and up. Square off your hips, bend your knees, push. Up, up. Lift, lift, lift. Lift and lift. Stretch now, standing split. Don't worry how high that leg is. Bring the feet together. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold it down. Open the arms, come all the way up. Stretch it. Bring those hands down through heart center, and we'll do the left side. Sweep the arms beside the hips, come back to Utkatasana. Lift up the heels if you did before, bring those hands to heart center. Little pulses, 1, heels down or up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Straighten and fold. Drop those heels. Inhale, halfway up. Weight down into the hands. Step back. Find your vinyasa. Push it back. And then lift that left leg. Stretch it. Look forward. Step it in between the hands. Turn the right toes out. Bring those arms around and down. Sink into your warrior two. Connect to those core muscles. Hold it here. Gaze over that front middle finger. Grow your spine right up. Relax your shoulders. Sink deep. Press through the outside edge of that right foot. Inhale, stretch. Don't lose the bend. Bring it down. Extended side angle. Bring it up. And reach to triangle. Trikonasana here. Gaze up to the thumb if you can. Both legs straight. Really think about pressing through the outside edge of that right foot. Don't wait all into that left. Sink down this one. Energy goes back here. And then we flow. Back to warrior two. Inhale, Trikonasana. Warrior two. Lift, inhale, flow with your breath here. Important. Keep that breath connected. And then bring the hands down. We're going to come to that half moon. So, up, but back to warrior two. Think of doing a cartwheel. Lift, stretch it back. This gets that heart rate up a little bit. Lift. I'm going to get ready for that glute work. One more. And come back down. Hold here. And now we cross to the left, lift to the right. Cross to the left, lift to the right. Bend that standing knee if you need to. Point through your right toe. Stay with the breath. Down and lift. Down and lift. 2, 1. Square the hips off. Lift to the ceiling. Up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch it now. Bring that leg down to meet the other. Inhale halfway up to lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold it down. Open up those arms. Come up. Fold down. Right away. Lengthen through on the inhale. Bring the hands down. Step back. Chaturanga. Bring it back. Look forward. Seated. Extend the legs. Roll it down. We're going to go back into that Pilates imprint. Bend your knees. Contract the abs. Float the legs up, one at a time. Crunch and push up, single leg stretch. You can always leave your head down here. Lift, extend, and up. Crunch, extend. We're going to add on to this. So if you go around 45 degrees like this, as long as the back doesn't lift, now slowly lift it, bend it, bring it back. Push, extend, lift, and down. And bend it. And bend, press it out, lift it slow. One more each side like this. Push, extend. Use those lower abs, lift it. Bring it back. Out, lift, and down. This time, twist to the right, extend the left. You're going to drop the left down, lift it back slow. Drop it down, doesn't have to go lower than 45. That's the maximum that you would go down. Nice and slow. Point through the toe. Stay in your twist. Lower back flat. 3 more. One more here. Stay. Pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring the knees back. Lower the head to rest. And then we do the other side. So we twist to the left. The right leg is going to come up slow. Down slow. Up slow. Exhale on the way down. Really try to connect there to those lower fibers. Your obliques, your upper abs are working because we're twisted. But those lower abs have to control that weight and length of this nice long leg here. Use that breath. 3 more and we pulse. 3, nice and slow. Lift it. Now stay on the angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it back to the center. Stay in your imprint if you can. And to modify this, just keep the legs in tabletop. Otherwise, twist, twist. Wide elbows, twist. Lift the shoulder blade, but keep the lower back flat. Twist, twist. Twist for 4. Twist it. 3, 2, 1. Navasana. Hold. And then let's bring those hands in and we twist. Twist. Staying on those obliques. Twist, twist, twist. And 1. Bring it back. Baddha Konasana. Open up those feet like a book. Stretch those hip flexors. And then cross the legs. Bring yourself back to downward dog. Probably our last series in downward dog. To modify this, you can always just come plank to downward dog. There's still a lot of work there, so don't think there's not. If you want to go a little bit harder, we're going to lift that right leg up. As we come into plank, the knee comes into the chest. We stretch it up into the chest. Lift, chest, stretch. 2 more. Now when you come in for this one, stay here. Twist to the left, bring it back. Twist to the left, bring it back. Twist, twist, twist. 1 more. Stretch it up. Now come forward here and go 1, 2, 3. Push up. 4, 5. Stretch. Now we rest. Bring it in. Cross it over. And pigeon after all of that. Stretch up. Square off your hips. You can always put a pillow or a block underneath if you're very high up here. That's helpful. And then you can come down onto your elbows or onto your fists or all the way down. We're going to take 5 long, deep breaths here. So come back to that breath. We were moving a little vigorously through that last little series. So before we head to the left and get that heart rate back up, we'll take it down, we'll rest. We'll allow that breath to come back, that heart rate to drop back down. So notice where you feel the tension here. One more nice deep breath. And then we'll take it into a back bend. So you're going to lift up here. Walk your hands back towards your hips. This might be it. You might want to just stay right here, and that's okay. If you want to go deeper, you can bend that knee. You can grab one or both. You can hook around like that. There's lots of variations. You can hook like this. So a very deep back bend helps to stretch the quad as well. Just be careful with your back bend. Make sure you can breathe. Release. Bring the hands down, step back. And then if you like, one last vinyasa before we do the other side. Push back. Now let's do that core work. So modify if you need to. Left leg up, pull forward into plank, lift it back. 2. Set of 6 here. Shoulders above the wrists, shoulders behind the wrists. 2 more. 2. Up. Last one, stay here. Twist and in. Twist and in. 6 of these. One more. Stretch it up, and we come forward for our push-up, so feel free to drop that leg down. It makes it harder when you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift it up, and now we get to rest in that pigeon. Beautiful. Inhale, lift it up, square off the hips. Fold it down. Enjoy this pigeon. You might feel very different from one side to the next. That's totally normal. Stay with that breath. Five nice deep breaths here. And then we'll try that back bend here. And again, both one side might be very different than the other. I think this is my more flexible side. So wherever you are in your back bend, notice where you feel it the most. You want to make sure that you're breathing. And then right away, this time we're going to swing that back leg forward, so the right leg. In this case, square up your hips, move the fleshy part of the glutes out of the way. Bring those arms up. Let's counterbalance those back bends. Counter stretch it with a nice half forward fold here, Janu. Flex the right toes towards the nose. You can grab the shin or the ankle or the toes or the feet, wherever you want to grab. Just try to not round your spine here. Try to eventually get the rib cage to touch down on the quad muscle. And only then the nose, the chin can touch. You'd rather be higher up with a straight spine than really, really round and get that. Just to get your nose or your chin or your forehead to touch. Not really the point of the exercise. And then we'll switch. So the right foot into the crease of the inner thigh, the left foot out. move the fleshy part of the glutes out of the way. You can sit on a block or a bolster. That's always helpful for forward folds if you are tight in your hips. Your hip flexors, your hamstrings, those are big areas for most people. Elevating the hips can help a lot with that. Send nice, long, deep breaths into the places where you feel that tightness. It might be the hamstring on this one, even the lower back. You might feel, just really flex those toes. It makes a difference on where you're going to feel that. And then bring it all the way up. Let's open the legs like this. Bend the knees first. Reach your hands under. Grab your ankles. And you can just fold forward and stay right here. That might be enough for you. If you want, you can widen your legs out a little bit more, go a little deeper. If you want to go even deeper, the hands go back, palms facing down, and you start to walk them back. And then from here, if you want to go even deeper, you can start straightening those legs, and that allows your chest to come all the way down into our turtle pose. So just stay wherever you are comfortable, wherever you are feeling the right stretch for your body at this time. And then when you're ready to release, slowly come up out of it. And we're going to take another Baddha Konasana. We're going to do two different variations. This first one, I want you to bring your legs further out so you're making more of a diamond shape here. And then you're going to grab your ankles. You're going to pull your arms back, your elbows back. So when we do that, when we pull the elbows back, I want you to open your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades together. So you're really engaging that shoulder girdle and those lats. And allow that chest to open and lift. So it's more of an opening here. And then release that and now pull the feet in. Now open them out like a book. So we rotate those hip joints open. And now we're going to fold it. And you can press down more onto the knees with the elbows or the hands if you want more of a stretch. Now just reset that lower back and then extend the legs out. We're going to roll ourselves down nice and slow, just like that Pilates roll down. One vertebrae at a time. Slowly lowering here. Let's bring those feet as wide as the mat and just windshield wiper those legs side to side here. Pull the knees into the chest. Rock back and forth, just massage that low back a little bit. And then extend the left leg down. Keep that right knee into the chest. Carefully pull that right knee over to the left side. Stretch through that low back. Hip. All of that releases. Bring it back. Bring the left knee into the chest, and bring the left over to the right. Look in the opposite direction of the legs. And then pull it back to the center. Let's lift up, feet at your hip width, close to your glutes. Come up to a nice bridge here. If you like, you can interlace the hands. Come up to the tippy toes, or bring the hands underneath the small of the back. We're almost done the class, so we're just getting some closing stretches into here. From here, we're going to take it into an inversion. Your counterbalance, your counter stretch for this extension would be Halasana, the plow pose. But if you are not going to go into the full shoulder stand, then what I would suggest is when you come down here, hug your knees in, and then just lift up to an inversion here. Otherwise, you can come up to that shoulder stand. And once we've stayed here for at least 5 breaths, then we can take it into Halasana, which is the plow pose, the feet over the head, and that will be our counter stretch to that back bend. And that's a really good compression on that low back, and it'll even everything out. So always make sure when you're in your shoulder stand that you have the weight on the shoulders, not on the neck. You have that natural curve in the cervical spine. We're not constricting that throat chakra. Ideally, those hips right on top. Stack evenly on top of the shoulders. Stay with that breath. You can play around in your asana if you like. If you want to go one leg, both legs. Then if you're ready, if you're happy where you are, stay there. I'm going to go a little bit quicker. I probably would have stayed there a little bit longer, but for the sake of timing, the class is almost done. It's going to cut me off, so I want to get everything in here. You can take it into Halasana, and you don't have to have your hands the way I am. You can keep your hands behind your back. Your legs don't have to be straight. They don't have to be touching. As long as you're not feeling pressure on your lower back or your neck. And then to come down, this is also a Pilates move here. Roll down. You can use your core muscles to slowly roll down. We're going to take it right into a happy baby here just to reset everything. And then we'll prepare for Shavasana. So if the video cuts off, stay in Shavasana. Try to stay for a good 5 minutes in your Shavasana. I won't be able to guide you through a full 5 minutes because my time is almost running out, but allow yourself to just rest. So find a position that's going to be comfortable for you, whether that's lying all the way down here in that corpse pose, or if it's lying on your side, or on blankets or pillows, wherever you want to go here. We want to give our bodies that rest and that release and that stillness after our practice. So just allow the body to be still. You can close the eyes. Just become one with that yoga mat. And just notice now the mind should be clear. Hopefully it's clearer after an hour of practice. That you were focusing on your body and your movements, and you forgot about the real world. You're able to escape, and that's the most beautiful thing about this type of practice to me, is that I can escape, both mentally and physically. I'm doing my body and my mind a service. So take this moment to thank yourself for making the time to be healthy. Allow your body to feel weightless, but grounded at the same time. So take a few more moments here in your Shavasana, staying still, allowing that body to recuperate, to rest, to reset, to recharge, all of those things. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day. We will see you